My first guest, it's a great-looking dame. No, she's an Emmy Award-winning actress. Shut up. Shut up. It's the liquor talking. St. Patrick's Day. She's currently starring in Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, a big hit. The most successful new show on television this season. Actually, it airs Saturdays on CBS. Hey, Dave's over there. Please welcome Jane Seymour. Kind of look like frontier biker.
Well, well, the West finally got me, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got a little bit of green there, huh?
Well, I've got a green eye. Well, I have a green eye and a brown eye. I just keep the green eye for St. Patrick's Day.
You see, I thought it was me with the alcohol. No, it is a green eye.
It is. Hey, the left one is green. They used to burn people at the stake for witchcraft in England for having two different colored eyes. David Bowie and I seem to have got away with it. So.
Really?
Yeah, he has a blue and a brown. I have a green and a green and a brown.
Now, does that drive camera guy? I mean, when camera guys, does that drive them batty? I know how they get.
In black and white photography, I once had a photographer who was just almost crying because he said he couldn't get both eyes in focus at the same time until I pointed out that one, of course, was much darker because it was brown.
Ah, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, do they celebrate St. Patrick's Day in England?
Between bombings?
No, I guess it's probably true, yeah. Let me get you a drink.
You know, they kept asking me this. I don't remember anything about St. Patrick's Day until I came to America when I realized that everybody got drunk on St. Patrick's Day. Right. Big time drunk. And I remember being in the theater doing Amadeus on Broadway, and I remember the entire cast was drunk, and it was a very interesting show that night.
Kind of like the show tonight, actually. Well, you know, a lot of people don't realize you're English. A lot of people think you're American because you always play...
I always play American,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I had to because there aren't very many parts here for English girls. So, you know, if you want to be accepted here, I was told that if I came here and I could change my accent, I'd never stop working. And so I've been here about 16 years. And now, you know, it's the sublime to the ridiculous. Here I am playing an American in an American Western in America.
It's funny to me to hear an American accent because it doesn't, talk like an American now.
Well, I have to talk like different characters. Right now I'm talking like Michaela Quinn.
Oh, okay.
This is the way I talk on television. Well, when I'm playing that kind of character.
Yeah.
I did something called Sunstroke, and she was from Atlanta, Georgia. She talked like this.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Actually, I find it much easier to talk with a southern accent.
Well,
but I have to think about the character and where she's from. Actually, now I'm thinking about my friends from Alabama, Mississippi, around there. It's a bit stronger.
Oh, that's pretty good. You know what I read? Because I read a book on language, and Southern and English is actually quite common.
No,
quite the same, right?
I have a house in England still, which is in the West Country of England, which, if you think about it, they took the Mayflower from the West Country of England to get over here. And over there, if I can remember how they talk there, they talk like that over there.
Yeah.
You want in your tea now. And if you think about it, it's not that far away from talking American, is it?
Yeah. No, it sounds like Kentucky Hill talk.
Yeah, I'm terrible. This accent thing. I can do it when I play the character, but...
you have to put the whole outfit on.
There becomes a different person completely. And, well, last year I played in a thing for the Disney Channel called Heidi. Well, the classic Heidi for Disney. And except this time, instead of playing a leading lady, I played the nasty, horrible governess that ends up rolling up into the pig dung at the end.
Oh, there you are.
My kids thought that this would be a great part for Mommy to play. And, and, you know, I had to sort of talk like, what are you all doing here? Do we have cats and kittens in this house? You know, and I had to put on some British accent. and I found it hardest thing to do. I kept slipping into American.
Yeah. All right, let's take a little break here. We'll have a drink, and we'll be back right after.
I may need it.
Welcome back. We're talking with the Mighty Quinn.
The Mighty Quinn. That's good. I like that.
What was the picture? I'm looking at the People magazine. You're doing something with rats. What was that?
Well, we have rats in our house. Actually, we did have rats that, at great expense, were persuaded to leave the house, and then we invited two in, which we feed and we play with, and, you know, my son collects rats.
Oh, what a lovely hobby, really, for the boy. And body parts also, too? Or now, are these rats that you found, or these you get from a store?
No, you buy these rats. They persuaded me, both of my children, Katie and Sean, try to persuade me that rats were the best pets they could possibly have, better than rabbits or hamsters or guinea pigs. And they're right, because all the others bite, and rats don't bite.
They don't bite?
No, they're fantastic. They're quite clean, and they'll sort of crawl around and just sort of get in your hair and over you.
I can't imagine how they got such a bad rap. Oh, gosh. But, because see, in Boston, we used to have these big wharf rats.
Oh,
you ever seen one of those with the big teeth? And...
Yeah, these are very different. These are like pet rats. And if you can get past the tail, I always try to kind of look at the rat right until the tail and ignore the rest of it. I'm like in denial about the tail.
Oh, the tail bothers you?
The tail bothers me, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you don't?
I don't look at the tail. I just think...
Oh, I see.
There you go. I could do that.
But they don't come when you call them or anything, right? They're not...
No, they're not. They're pretty good, though.
Yeah, but I mean, you can feed a rat for 20 years, walk in the next day, and the rat goes, so who are you? You know what I mean? I mean, there's no bonding. You don't bond with the rat.
Oh, yes, you do, yes.
You do?
Oh, yeah. They seem to know who's who.
Yeah, they can figure that out?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a little bit about Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I mean, I love this title.
The show that was never on. Almost never on.
No, what do you...
Well, they didn't believe in it. They didn't think that the country wanted a show that was A, a Western, B, period piece, C, with a woman, you know, in the lead, and that was not totally violent and not full of sex. So they said, no, the American public don't want that. So eventually, reluctantly, they put us on what they call the death spot, which is Saturday night at 8. And the rest is history.
Well, you know,
there's a lot of people out there who are watching it, who I think, you know, they put us on opposite the football.
Right.
Thank you. Well, I'm a mother. I have 3 kids, and there's not that much that I can watch in my kids.
Right.
That is also provocative and interesting and appeals to everybody, not just them, but to me as well. And I loved the material. I found it very moving, and I was also very keen on the script because it reminded me of my childhood. My father was a doctor, and I grew up like she did, working alongside my father. I saw my first surgery when I was 11. And I grew up being an auxiliary nurse. And so when I read this, I just thought, well, someone up there has given me something that, you know, that really appeals to me and that I think is real different.
Was that always the original title?
They were just going to call it Medicine Woman, but a film called Medicine Man came out and didn't do so great. So.
We called the network. These are titles of these were the titles before you took the show. Did any of these? See if you like this one.
Little Emergency Room on the Prairie.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's appropriate, yeah.
How about this one? That wouldn't be bad.
Dottie Hauser, MD.
Dottie Hauser. I don't know about that one.
Fistful of insurance vouchers. Well, you need that because I lose patients every week.
Oh, well, there you are. This one I thought maybe get the kids.
That's to be a Boot Hill 90210.
Yeah. I think this one could really put it over the top for you.
Prescriptions she wrote. I like that.
Well, you do a good job on the show. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Be right back, right after this with Bon Jovi.